Hey Fred, how are you?
I'm good, Rachel. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I talked to you at New York Comic Con for Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur,
Yes.
and it's really fun to kind of see the different approach you have to characters and your voiceover work. For you, what was the most fun about a character like Hit Monkey in the first place?
Oh, the first place was what an interesting concept. Okay, and then have this monkey that is the straight man that's like he's got full of sadness, right? And then we to do the sounds I had to try to match a snow monkey macaque from Japan,
Mhm.
Japan. So I had to use real sounds or as close to the real creature as possible and then hook those up to emotions and language. So that was my joy and my challenge. But so and just playing off of Jason Sudeikis is just it's such a pleasure. It's just so cool. He's so funny, and I love being the serious one. It's like usually the monkey's the funny one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
how does that help you? Because I know like I used to do improv, and so I always think it's very funny to
yeah.
talk to voiceover performers about improv because it's
Mhm.
like so you're improvising with yourself. But how does that work when you are the straight man? Like, how much do you get to kind of improvise when you're the straight man in a scene, or do you have Jason's stuff to kind of work off first?
A little bit of both. I would say what I have really is I don't get to record with him. I'd love to, but
Mhm.
we have a script. So I have the script. I kind of know what's happening and I know where he is in that. It's like music. I have this parameter I have to play, but within that, I have a lot of notes I can do. So I'll do about five passes of, Bryce, we got to go now. Or however desperate it is,
Yeah.
or sadness. I'm so sad about this. I don't want to do this anymore. And he's like, all right, buddy, come on, we can do this. And so there's this whole you start to know the timing, and it is improv. You're right, sound improv anyway for
Hmm.
me. You know what I mean? So yeah, I have to play. I try to give them as many variations. Fortunately, I'm working with these great creators, these great directors, voice directors, and writers. So I have a lot. We shape it together. It's not
Yeah.
just me going in and saying, "Here's you're getting." We'll take pieces and I'll see to timing, and they just sort of decide, okay, what's the intensity of emotion you want, or what I'm giving. So that's kind of how it is. It's very a musical job.
Yeah, and one of my favorite things I've ever learned is that like when Vin Diesel would say "I am Groot," every
Yes,
"I am Groot" had a different meaning behind it.
yes,
When you
that's
are
right.
doing a performance that is, a lot of noise, do you have those same kind of ideas and principles
Yes,
when you're working through that?
yep. Yep, it's the I am group principle. I am group. Like you have exactly what I know exactly what I'm saying when I'm doing those monkey sounds. I know exactly the note I want to play. Not maybe not the shape. The shape will how what I mean by the shape is how it comes out and how it sounds will be a whole other thing. But like I know my intention is to say this, and especially when you're doing sounds, you really have to have a strong intention. When you're Groot, you better know exactly what he's saying when he says that. You know what I mean? And monkeys are the same way.
Hmm.
I'm just not tied to a phrase.
Yeah.
I'm tied to the timing, but I go highs and lows. Can't go too low for him, but it's
Yeah.
enough that I can paint a picture of what I'm trying to say. In my head, I'm saying it as I'm doing those sounds.
Well, I love that because it's very true to animals too, because like a cat, you understand what a cat is saying, even though when
Yep,
a cat is just meowing at you.
that's right.
When you were listening to the sounds and kind of figuring out how monkey talks, what was your like the thing that really helped you kind of nail down what that specific kind of monkey would sound like in these situations?
I would say listening to a lot of monkey, a lot of research going in. I
Mhm.
was more science going in, not kidding. Just to get the part, I had to really try to match monkeys correctly. And
Mhm.
then what I try to do is root myself in the character that he is and be aware of exactly what he's doing. So as monkey, I'm usually erring on the side of, unless it's rage, he's really not rageful. He's very sad. He's
Mhm.
quiet. He's sad, actually. He's got a lot of pathos. He's got a lot of emotion, and so less is more sometimes with him.
Mhm.
Like it's enough that you just get the essence of what he's trying to say. And he's pretty conservative. He's a pretty like until he has to go fight, he's a pretty low key guy. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? He's funny, he's cute, he's nice, he's a nice dude, but he's definitely on the chill end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you think about a hit monkey, you know,
When you think of those famous hit monkeys.
hit monkeys.
But
Yeah, he's not a crazy, he's not a crazy monkey. He can be, but he's really just like airs on having to deal with Bryce, loves him, but
here's the
has
deal.
to be he's the opposite. He's not snarky. Occasionally, but he's dealing with his own character arc.
Yeah. And for our last quick question, I love the design of Hit Monkey. I
Oh,
just think
yes.
he's so cool looking. But if you had to like be an animal that had that kind of vibe, do you know what animal you would pick for yourself?
That's a great question. I love that monkey though. He's perfect for who he is. I've always been a seal. I can see being a seal.
A
Swimming in the
really cool
ocean.
seal in a suit.
Yeah. Sea lion.
I love it. I love it so
Yeah.
much. Thank you so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate
Oh,
it. And I can't
oh, it
wait
was
for everyone to get to see the show.
thank you so much, Rachel. It's an absolute pleasure talking with you again.
Again,
If I see you again soon,
hopefully. But have a good
take
have a good
care.
day.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.